I want to take you guys back to a time in your life. Maybe it was years ago, maybe it was last week. A time when you realized you might have feelings for your best friend. You've known each other for a while, you obviously enjoy each other's company, but for one reason or another, the timing never really worked out. Then one day, you're suddenly single, and you start to look at them differently. So you take the leap. You start dating. But then about a year in, you begin to realize you may have made a terrible mistake. It's not really working out. But so now what do, right? Because you can't just break up with them. They've been your friend for so long. And once you break up, that friendship is over. You've got to at least try before you bail and lose them forever. Unless you're the San Francisco 49ers, who dumped the guy who'd been with them for 9 years on Monday. Just like that, Jim Tomsula is gone from the team because no one thought ahead to the consequences of moving him out of the friend zone. That's sad, because it all started out so perfect. No, literally, it was perfect. Look at this ESPN graphic from week 1. Tomsula was the winningest coach in 49ers history. This was bound to work out. But alas, it didn't. He got dumped. On the bright side, they say misery loves company, and Jimmy T's in some pretty good company.
Philadelphia Eagles didn't wait until the season was over to fire head coach Chip Kelly.
I think Dan Campbell started off strong. They're not going to stick with Dan Campbell.
Ray Farmer out. Mike Pettine now out.
Tom Coughlin was not fired. Tom Coughlin resigned.
That's right, because Tom Coughlin is 69, so if you were going to do it to him, wait just 1 minute, he wants to do it too. That's 5 coaches gone within the last week, and 7 this year. By the time this airs, I don't know, it could be twice that. And for what? This happens every year after the regular season ends. Why is everyone in such a rush to break up? Are those teams really better off? The numbers say no. Here's a few teams that have changed their coach at least twice in the last 4 years. The Jaguars, Dolphins, Raiders, Buccaneers, Bills, Browns, and Titans, collectively known as... you know what they all have in common in that span, besides evoking that reaction? 0 playoff games. And if you look at the last 10 coaches to win the Super Bowl, they had coached their respective teams for an average of 6.6 years when they won. In the last 25 years, only one guy has won a Super Bowl in his first year with a team. John Gruden. And I'll tell you what, man, that guy's the exception, not the rule. 3 of the best coaches in my lifetime: Bill Parcells, 2 Super Bowls, 3-12-1 in his first year with the Giants. Jimmy Johnson, 2 Super Bowls, 1-15 in his first year with the Cowboys. Bill Walsh, 3 Super Bowls, 2-14 in his first season with the Niners. 1 year isn't enough time. 2 years isn't enough time. Hell, even the greatest coach of my or anyone's lifetime, obviously Bill Belichick, said last week that he wasn't able to fully implement his system in New England until his 4th year as head coach. You have to give these things time. The Cleveland Browns haven't kept a head coach for more than 4 years since, it's Bill Belichick. Well, this is awkward. That was 1995, though. Cleveland is on a whole nother level when it comes to commitment issues. They've gotten so good at dumping their head coaches that they now employ the token dirtbag move of explicitly telling them at the beginning of the season that they're perfectly safe. Like, in August, someone asked Browns owner Jimmy Haslam how a losing season would impact the decision on the team's leadership. And I know he said, "I think we're on the right track, so we're not going to blow things up. I think we're putting in place a good foundation." But I still heard, "Nah, girl, this isn't like last time. I know I made some mistakes in my past, but I promise this love is forever." And I happen to know that means I'm already sleeping with like 3 other people, so please stop leaving your toothbrush at my place, thanks. Now I'm finding out that Matt Patricia, defensive coordinator of the Patriots, is taking a meeting with this dysfunctional organization? Nope. Sorry, no way. You do not get to hire a qualified coach. That's a privilege, not a right. So here's the deal. I'm proposing a new rule. If you fire your head coach every 2 or 3 years, all willy-nilly, the next person you hire for the job has to have 0 football experience. 0 experience and only a very general, vague understanding of what they're doing based on years of watching sports and or sports-related films. Because who cares, right? You're just going to fire them in a year anyway. And honestly, it's not even that bad of a punishment. I could totally coach the Browns.